We began in Europe, where Russia carried out massive airstrikes across Ukraine for a second consecutive day. Air raids alerts sounded across several Ukrainian regions, including the capital Kyiv, Lviv, Kharkiv, and the Odessa regions. Russia says it launched a few hundred missiles and suicide drones to strike Ukraine's energy infrastructure. At least 6 civilians were killed, with several wounded in the raid as thousands took shelter in underground bunkers. Almost 1 million Ukrainians were left without electricity and water as Russian missiles damaged energy grids and water storage facilities. The Kremlin said the air attacks are in response to the incursion by Ukrainian troops in Russia's Kursk region. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the nation and spoke about the damage to the energy sector.
There's a lot of damage in the energy sector, but wherever there is a power outage, restoration is already underway. Our repair crews will work around the clock. We will restore electricity. It was one of the heaviest strikes, a combined one. More than 100 missiles of various types and about 100 Shahid drones. And like most previous Russian strikes, this one was just as vile, targeting critical civilian infrastructure. Most of our regions, from the Kharkiv region and Kyiv to Odessa and our western regions.
President Zelensky also urged NATO allies to speed up the delivery of air defense systems and long-range weapons so that Ukraine could both defend and attack when provoked.
Each such strike reminds us again and again of the need for long-range capabilities, the necessity to provide our defense forces with sufficient long-range weapons capable of destroying terrorists precisely where they launch their attacks from.
The Ukrainian president also added that his troops are now occupying more Russian land in Kursk, while declaring that he has also ordered the Air Force to deploy the newly acquired F-16 fighter jets to defend Ukraine's skies.
Today, I began the day with a separate, lengthy conversation with Commander-in-Chief Sersky. We discussed in detail the repulsion of this missile strike, our response to Russia, which we are preparing, the use of F-16s, and the operation in the Kursk region. We continue our actions in designated areas exactly as Ukraine needs.
Meanwhile, President Joe Biden called the recent Russian attacks outrageous and cowardly. President Biden also spoke with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and thanked him for showing support to Ukraine during his historic visit to Kyiv. The commander-in-chief added that the Indian leader could play a pivotal role in mediating peace between Russia and Ukraine, emphasizing New Delhi's influence on Moscow. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What do you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost